Hey everyone, this is Mr. Van. I'm doing a video for the Counselling Department here in regards to summer school. We want to make sure everybody has as good a sign up as possible for this year and that we get as many Van students into the spots that they need and would like. So we've got this to kind of just guide people through, especially if it's your first time signing up for summer school. Hopefully this is quite helpful. Okay, let's get to it. So the biggest news is that Van Tech isn't going to be one of the summer schools that you can go to this year. This is because we're getting a new roof, which I guess sounds important, so we should do that. Hopefully it returns the year after for students that'll be here for a while. But yeah, usually Van Tech has been a summer school, and it won't be this year. The closest one to us for most of our students, although we, as you might know, stretch across quite a bit of East Van, would probably be Gladstone. John Oliver is likely the next closest for everyone else. And the good news is, I'll show you in a little bit, Gladstone has got a pretty significant course offering. It seems like they took our spot directly of offering quite a few things, so that'll be good. Another note, as you can see from here, the Churchill and Prince of Wales will be two other schools that are offering. And also as notes there for grade 12 specifically, Mr. Landry and Mr. Morrow are in charge of a spreadsheet that keeps track of students who are registering. The permissions for being able to do summer school are slightly different for grade 12 students because many are graduating. You do need to be a student who is not yet 19, which is the vast majority of our grade 12s, but not yet 19 at the time of July 1st. So again, if you're a grade 12 student looking to take one more thing, perhaps you just need a bit more time or you're doing something for post-secondary, see Mr. Landry and he can help get you signed up for that. It happens through a separate process. If you are a domestic student, that's most of our students with citizenship or permanent residency in Canada, there is no cost for summer school. If you're an international student, it's just like taking a course at a VSB school. You do pay the regular course fee for that. The sign up this year is right at the start of May. It's probably the earliest in May. Well, it's the earliest you can have in May. And we are doing that at noon. They've changed it to noon this year because when they used to do it at 6 a.m., sometimes they'd have problems with IT not being available when 1 billion VSB students all crash the server. So this year they've decided to start it at noon. So nobody has to get up in their pajamas to do their sign up. And the last thing is you're going to want to make sure you have your personal education number. It is possible to get this from counselors if you can't find it. The easiest place by far is on your report cards. So it'll be on any previous report card you have. It's like a student number, but it is different. It is your province-wide student number, so to speak. And it's your personal education number. It's a good thing to have anyways because you use it for applying for post-secondaries down the line. So again, often called your pen. If you can't find it at all, can't find an old report card, swing by the counseling suite and we will help you out with that. Okay, so we're going to start just with kind of working through the grades. So starting with stuff that's mostly available to grade 8s, pretty much entirely, we have the preview courses. These are a great way if you're looking to kind of get yourself prepared for courses that you'll be taking next year. Maybe you found, let's say for a classic example, you found Math 8 a little challenging and you wanted to be prepared for Math 9 next year. You can see Math 9 preview on the screen there, and you can see that it's getting offered in all of the sessions at Churchill, Gladstone, John Oliver, and Prince of Wales, right? Current grade 8s wouldn't be doing the grade 8 preview. They'd be signing up for the next one. So it would be current grade 7 students who would be taking the grade 8 previews that you see there. You'll notice that there is session 1 and session 2. That's because there are two sessions, and you can see that also in the picture. One runs from 8 to 10:15, and the other runs from 10:25 to 12:40. It is possible to sign up for two if you want to make it a 4-hour day, or you can pick just one. All preview courses, as you can see in the top right of that blue text picture there, are July 5th to the 28th. So it's about 20 school days, roughly, don't quote me on that, but it's about 20 school days at 2 hours per day. It's a great way to be ready for a course next year. Okay, so here we have some options that are available for grade 8s and 9s. These ones are probably a little less popular in the sense that they're for students who haven't yet met the outcomes for courses that they're taking this year. So if you were unsuccessful, for example, in English 8 in first semester, you would very likely be looking to sign up for the English 8 review course. It allows you in many fewer hours than it would be to just retake the course, get the credit for that course so that you can move on to the grade 9 level, be with all your friends and not be behind. So you can see we've got grade 8 and 9 review options in English, Math, Science, and Socials. There is only one. Notice at the bottom there, one Socials 8 review and one Socials 9 review. So you would need to go to John Oliver to go to those. Depending on the combination you're looking for, it might not be possible to take the two courses you want at the same school. So it is really important to have a look and make sure that you are going to be able to take the combination you need. If you're not, and you're not completing it this semester, then you will need to take it in your following year with the grade a year below you, which isn't super fun, but it's better to get caught up and then you can get back on track. If you got questions about these, talk to your school counselor. Okay, and then here is basically the same sort of thing, except for a couple of years higher. So these are mostly for current grade 10 and 11 students. If you have a course credit that you need to improve, you can do that here. If you didn't, for example, pass your workplace math 10 there, you can see it's being offered at John Oliver. Notice Gladstone does not have any of these options. So John Oliver is likely your closest school. All of these are just like the other two before it, 2 hours each per day. It is significantly less time than retaking the following year, so I think it's a great way to stop yourself from having to be behind in the next school year. One thing to note on this is kind of cool. If you had, let's say, a passing mark in, we'll use Socials 10 remedial, Socials 10 this year, for example, and you do the remedial option, and let's say you had 55, and then you take it, you can improve your mark up to 65%. And on your official transcript, only your highest effort ever shows. School transcripts will show more information, but what goes to post-secondaries down the line is only your highest mark. So if you're between 50 and 65, this can still be a way to improve your mark and improve your transcript. Just something to share. Okay, and then last but not least, this is the one where people get the most excited. This is when the people are practicing their fast clicking skills. These are the very popular completion classes. So these are for students looking to get ahead. This would not be available for a grade 8 student, but if you are currently in grade 9 and you are, or 10, 11, or 12, then you are able to take these courses if you have taken the course the year before. So for example, you can see it split on the picture there from English and math, socials, and science as well. And then there's also some modern languages at the bottom. If you have done the French 9, you can take the French 10. If you have done the science 10, you can take the chemistry, the life science, the physics 11, and etc. You can see which ones are AM and PM in each of the schools. There is a pretty significant number of options. One important thing to note is that these courses are slightly longer. They run July 5th to August 4th, so it's more like 5 weeks instead of 4, and instead of 2 hours, they are 4 hours. I'm going to say this once and once only, and then I will officially say you've been warned. I highly recommend not doing 2 4-hour completion courses. I get the appeal of getting ahead in 2 courses, creating more elective opportunities, feeling like you're working towards grad faster. It is a significant slog, and I can't personally imagine wanting to look out the window for 8 hours. Well, 8.5 with the break in between. Or I guess, sorry, I should take that back. 8 hours from 8 until 4 p.m. just seems like a real slog for me. So I would strongly recommend, if you want to get ahead, going with one course. You're going to get homework in these courses too. 8 hours and then a lot of homework feels pretty heavy to me. And I think a lot of students maybe underestimate that going in. So that's my one warning. I'll shut up about it now. And I want to just close up with a couple links you can see here. All the information that I went through is available on summer.vsb.bc.ca. Those are just screen captures that I put on the slides there. Catalog of all the choices. Also, you saw some example of that are there, and you can get it from the link right above. The actual sign up site is a slightly different address. You're going to want to be ready May 1st at noon to enter all of your information, including your name, date of birth, and your personal education number that you'll have ready next to you with which course or courses you're looking to do for that sign up site right there, summerreg.vsb.bc.ca. And if you've got any questions, of course, you can see your school counselor. And then there's also a help email account that's run for summer learning. So check that out and ask any questions if you've got them. Best of luck. Let your mouse clicks always be fast and get those tough to find courses.